We normally say that there are, how many that made it over into the promised land of the original group? Two. We say two, right? How many of them is it really?
Three.
It's four. I want to show them to you. If you let me show them to you, that's it. We know Joshua and Caleb, so what Deacon, Super Deacon saying, don't waste our time on Joshua and Caleb. Said how many of us agree, Joshua and Caleb? We know Joshua and Caleb, so Reverend, don't waste our time on Joshua and Caleb. All right. The first thing we know Joshua and Caleb were in Egypt, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, put down the name Eleazar. Eleazar. We know Joshua, we know Caleb. Put down the word Eleazar. Now my point is to prove to you that Eleazar was in Egypt as well as made it to the promised land. That's the whole point. It wasn't two that made it, it was four. Eleazar, first turn to Exodus 6:23 and you'll see his name, or you can put that down. Exodus 6:23, Eleazar. Anybody see it? Anybody see his name? Eleazar, you see it, Leader? Okay, so Leader sees it, and if you turn real quickly, you'll see the name Eleazar. So if his name is in the book of Exodus, that means he was what? He was in Egypt. All right, if you turn to Joshua 24:33, nobody is in the book of Joshua that's not in the promised land. Joshua 24:33. Joshua 24:33. Does anybody see it? Do you see his name? Eleazar. That's the same fella that you just saw in Exodus. So now you have the third person who started out in Egypt and ended up to the promised land. So Super Deke, you can add that to Joshua and Caleb, Eleazar. All right. Y'all see my old Bible right here? I had to go back and get that old Bible. You know how we see things in our old Bible and we said, we know we saw it in that one. I didn't grab that new one today. I got to have this old one. I got good marked up so that I won't be up here flipping and thumbing all over the place. Yeah. All right. All right, turn to, let's establish that he was in Egypt first. Turn to Exodus 6:25. The name is Phinehas. Phineas. Phinehas. Who was the son of Eleazar. So he was born in Egypt. He might have been younger, but he was in Egypt when they left. Anybody see it? See his name, Phinehas, Exodus 6:25. You see it? Who sees it? You see it? Okay. Phinehas. Okay, you see it. Phinehas. So now, there's his name in Exodus 6:25. Now turn to Judges 20:28. Nobody can be in the book of Judges or Joshua unless they're in the promised land. So not only do we have Joshua and Caleb, but we have Eleazar and we have Phinehas. Judges 20:28. Anybody see it? Now, let's look at exactly what the Bible says. Instead of it saying only two, if you turn to Numbers 14, I'll give you that, and that'll do it. Numbers 14, verse 38. Numbers 14, verse 38. Numbers 14, verse 38. Got it? It says, of the men who went to explore the land. Do you all see that? Of the men who went to explore the land. That's talking about the 12 spies. Only Joshua, son of Nun, and Caleb, son of Jephunneh, survived. See that? So the scriptures does not say that they were the only two that came from Egypt and made it into the promised land. They were the only two of the 12 that spied the land out. Of those 12, they were the only two. But the other two, there were two others. We now know it was whom? Moses. Joshua, Caleb, Eleazar, and Phinehas. We got 4. Did the pastor prove it? That's it. Bless you.